Hello Internet, nice to see you. If you are going around the internet trying to learn music theory from random videos, especially on YouTube, which is never a good idea given the amount of disinformation out there, okay? You should find some trusted sources, at least find the good people on YouTube, okay? But you will hear a lot of things about sharps and flats and how you cannot sharp or flat some notes. So for instance, you are gonna hear a lot about how you cannot write notes like E sharp or B sharp, or you cannot write notes like F flat or C flat. Well, let me tell you, those notes are actually pretty legit, okay? They are valid, they exist, and we use them in music theory. In fact, we have to use them, okay? I know this is gonna sound controversial, so how about I'm showing you when we have to use those notes. I'm gonna show you a couple of examples. In fact, I'm gonna present you for my gentle audience, I'm gonna present the key of F sharp, okay? And this will show you that you have to use one of those notes, okay? Now, as we all know, when we write a key, we need to use all the 7 letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and we have to use them, each of them, once. Why we are doing that? Because if we do that, then it's easier to write this stuff on a score. Every note gets its own space on the score. Otherwise, I mean, if you use 2 Fs or 2 G or 2 of the same letter, then those 2 notes will be on the same space on the score, and this will make it much harder to read. So, when we spell a key like F sharp, we will have to use one A, one B, one C, one D, one E, one F, and one G. How do we spell the F sharp key? Well, it's easier to start from the key of F. So why don't we write it that? The key of F, as pretty much everybody knows, as long as you study the basic theory, the key of F is made by the notes F, G, F, G, I'm already thinking ahead, F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E. If I want the key of F sharp, the only thing I need to do is to add a sharp to each one of those notes. It's very easy. So I have F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. I'll have this B flat sharp, which of course doesn't exist, and the sharp and the flat eliminate each other, so I have a natural B. I have C sharp, I have D sharp, and I have this E sharp here. There we go. You see that we have to use one of those weird notes to write the key of F sharp. We have no option here but to use this because we already use all the letters. I can't use an F here because I already have an F here. Now, some of you at this point are gonna think, Tommaso, that's completely and totally your fault for spelling the key of F sharp. You should never spell the key of F sharp. You should instead spell the key of G flat. Because G flat is equivalent to F sharp. And it will not have this E sharp. Amazing. Fantastic. First of all, let's remember one thing, that F sharp and G flat are not exactly the same note. Those are 2 different notes that are enharmonic. They happen to sound the same. They happen to have the same pitch. But those are 2 different notes. And so even the keys of F sharp and G flat are not exactly the same. They are a whole turn of the circle of fifth apart. They happen to be enharmonic. They have the same sound. When we play them on 12-tone equal temperament system or other temperament system that consider the sharps and flats are equivalent, yes, then we can consider them 2 enharmonic keys, but they're not the same key. But let's say for a moment that they are actually the same key. What's going to happen if I spell G flat? Well, this is even funnier actually, because this is going to happen. I'll have to go and spell the key of G. And let me spell the key of G. And I'll put it here. G. A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. Again, 1 letter each. And to get the key of G flat, I just need to put a flat on each one of those letters. I'll have G flat, A flat, B flat. Oh dear, I'm gonna have a C flat. There we go. D flat, E flat, and of course F sharp flat will become just a natural F. But you see that now we are having this weird note here. So yes, we avoided the E sharp, but we are hitting the exactly as weird C flat. And we have to because we can't use any other letter. I can't use natural B because B, the letter B is already busy being the third of G flat. So whenever I spell this key, whether I call it F sharp or G flat, I have to resort to either an E sharp or a C flat. That's why we need those weird notes. Simple as that, okay? There's no way out. Those notes do exist, those notes are legit, those notes do happen in music theory. There is nothing weird in that. They just happen because we want to keep one letter per note. Simple as that. That's the example. It's irrefutable, okay? That's what it is. Now, if you want to know a lot more about what you can do with scales, with chords, with everything in music, I would recommend you guys give a look at my course, Complete Chord Mastery, where we go through all the fretboard of the guitar. We learn harmony on guitar, all the triads, the seventh chord, how to put them together, how to create chord progression, how to remember all the shapes, how to create more stuff with those shapes, how to play actual guitar parts, not just chords, but actual something that actually sounds like played by a guitar, you know, Hendrix style or other styles, funky style, and all these kind of things. And we get up to chord melodies, all in what it is, this course here, okay? Get the link down there, have a look. And this is Tommaso Ziglia of musictheoryforguitar.com, and until next time, enjoy.